Welcome back to Brown Park, the home of Rugby League, here for the big one. Rockhampton District Secondary Schools Rugby League Grand Final. As we see the Emmaus College side running out onto the field here, led by their halfback in Isaac Walker. And they're taking on the St. Brennan's College side. Here we go, here they are, the Confraternity Shield 2023 champions, the St. Brennan's College side, making their way out onto the field. Huge tunnel here. So this is actually a Confraternity Shield rematch, and I'm joined by a couple of brothers here today, very special, probably on opposing sides, from a former Emmaus alumni and German international, Damien Seabold, joins me, along with his brother, the current coach of the Manly Sea Eagles and former Brennan's boy, Anthony Seabold. How are you today, boys?
Yeah, good, Wilson. Good to be here.
Well, great afternoon, isn't it?
Oh, well, we've been doing this for a few years now, Steve. You know that.
This is probably the warmest grand final we've done, I think, though. Well, it's hot today.
There's a little bit of perspiration over here. So, but certainly looking forward to it. These always bring in a huge crowd, these grand finals, and bring back a lot of memories, no doubt. So, as we said, Confraternity Shield grand final replay, and Emmaus College were really the surprise packets of the Confraternity Shield, making it all the way to the grand finals, knocking off the much fancied St. Patrick College from Mackay. and they played St Brendan's College, where they weren't able to get the win there. Brendan's winning their, I think it was about their 15th Confraternity Shield. We see the kickoff there. Comes down to the halfback. That's Tommy Green, the captain.
Well, Emmaus are really going to miss Bailey Meelan, their prop and leader. That nasty leg break he had a few weeks ago, it's certainly going to hurt him.
Yeah, he's a huge out. He's sort of like their spiritual leader of the team, but they've got some boys in there to replace. Big Josh Nylon there making the tackle. He's a player of the future. I think a few NRL clubs will be looking at him. Got a great bit of good defence there. Big number 18, Declan Parr, who comes off the bench normally, but he's been thrown straight into the starting side. As Simon Green trucks it forward, he's just come back from injury. We get to the end of the set, and you can really see there's some quality football out here, Anthony.
Yeah, really good start there by Emmaus. I thought defensively really strong. One of the things you see about them, is a big hit there by the St Brendan's kick chase. They really compressed their line, and Brendan's been going one out, so Emmaus ate that up easily.
But see, Seth Carpenter's moved up into the front line by the looks of it early.
Yeah, there's been some interesting positional changes. They're playing a bit of ducks and drakes, the Emmaus side. They did that with the 10As, but we know who the key players are. So here goes Harris. Certainly Carpenter's going to have a good game if they're going to get the win. He comes to the short side, but they go back to the opener. Barclay, I like him. Lightweight forward, very mobile.
The other bloke I've noticed who's missing today as well is Sam Durkin.
Charge down here, Sieb, sorry. 6 to go, yeah, Durkin.
Yeah, the great Neil White's nephew. They will miss Sammy. He's been excellent for them all year.
Yeah, the great Neil Stumpy White. Of course, shout out to him if he's watching somewhere in the ether. But, I certainly think Durkin is a big out for them, Sieb, because he has been a real catalyst for them on the edge there, playing in the centre role. Looks like we've got a knock on here. He's not happy with it. Big Zach Adams. So we look at the Cocoa Brew replay. Bit extra in the tackle there from Marsh, but the onus is on the ball carrier to get up and play the ball correctly.
So two things that stood out so far is the compressed defensive line of Emmaus. If I'm St Brendan's, I'm shifting the ball out of yardage and taking the easy metres on the edges. And if I'm Emmaus attacking against St Brendan's, there's some real opportunities down the short side. St Brendan's are getting their defensive splits incorrect there, so there's some real joy there for the halves for Emmaus if they want to take that.
And you will notice that the Emmaus halves do like to jump short sides, especially the 5'8". Clancy Hone, he'll jump short sides as soon as he spots it.
Come out to the edge, it's Wyville. Strong carry there from Wyville. They're having a lot of trouble getting him to ground. Big St Brendan's contingent over there on the George Street side of the field. The Kev Callaghan stand. Oh, that's a good run. Big number 10's busted straight through. He could go all the way here. That's Jake Pearce. Just didn't notice him with that hair. He's growing it out a little bit since I last saw him. Here we go, Melrose. Here he goes, Melrose. Melrose could score here. Did he get it down?
I think he's held up.
Held up. Wow, he come off that left foot. And I thought it might have been the first try of the game. As we see on the Cocoa Brew replay, the referee was in the road a little bit there. But great work. I'm not sure who that was. Someone had their hand underneath here. They're going out wide here. Stick with the game. The big number 5, Matu Tapau Bon. The ball comes out here to the fullback. That's Banjo Walker. Nice work by Peckover. You're not gonna. He's a little bit like Jason Saab. You're not gonna beat him in the air. Peckover. He comes from that AFL background.
He has got a good leap on him.
Again, if I'm St Brendan's, they try some cut-out passes to take the metres on the edges. Because the Emmaus seems so compressed, all they need to do is go through the hands and draw and pass, and they'll find some joy.
Well, that's a let-off. Certainly a relieving penalty there for the Emmaus College side. Seep's talking to the boys before about the Manly season. Obviously a little bit disappointing to crash out before the finals, but you did have some significant injuries throughout the year and you ended the season really well.
Yeah, we made some really good strides forward this year. Ultimately, we want to be playing this weekend, of course we do, but we had 11 wins, a draw and 12 losses, mate. So there's some really good things put in place and big improvement from 2022.
Here we go. Comes away to Adams. I like the interchange of passing between the forwards there. Big Tawiri, Tuffy Tarima seems to be playing that 13 role. Nylon, good line on the edge, but that's strong defence by Green, the halfback. Oh no, he's forced an error. Oh, Joshy Nylon won't be happy with that.
Well, I don't know if they've actually got through a set yet, Wal. I'm not sure they've got to a kick at all.
We do often see this, big grand final, big crowd. Even though they've played in big games already this year, many of these boys playing in the Confraternity Shield final. It's a different atmosphere being here at Brown Park. So hopefully nerves out of the way, we'll get some good footy from both sides.
Yeah, I think Emmaus, because St Brennan's actually don't have a compressed defence, so they want to play through them. They're playing too much out the back, whereas Brennan's do need to play out the back a bit more against this compressed defensive side of the Emmaus team.
How does that work, Steve? Like when you put in a game plan, like maybe the game plan is to get to those edges and then you go out there and then just all of a sudden the opposition throws up something different defensively? Yeah,
well, that's why you always practice a plan B, Wilson. You don't go into a game just one plan. You need to make sure that you can play a plan B. And as I said, St Brennan's looking here, very compressed Emmaus defence, so they do want to play out the back a little bit more and take the easy metres. But so you always practice a plan B.
Good run again by Pearce. Got the ball away to the interchange forward, Carter Ford. Didn't think it'd be long until Carter Ford got onto the field. Son of Carl Webb. He's an outstanding player, outstanding prospect for Brennan's. Here he goes, Green. He's been involved early. Fifth tackle. There was an interesting option there, Damien.
Yeah, mate, just again, they had numbers out on the right and they kept playing through the middle instead of shifting the footy to that right edge.
They're actually playing the opposite. The opposite game plan is what they should be against the defensive systems that each school's thrown up here.
Oh, head-eye tackle there, but they've missed it.
No, he's got it.
So you'll see there, for the crowd who are at the game, you can see Emmaus College got some real opportunities if they want to play shot footy, which is break it down at the halfback or the third last defender and get up a short side. There's some real opportunities for them there.
I've noticed, especially on this left edge of St Brendan's, their defensive line, not only their numbers aren't correct, they're turning their back as well. I've noticed a few times I've done that.
Here goes Barclay. Let's see if Mitchell Smith, the coach of Emmaus College, can pick up on that and get that out, the message out to his players. Hare comes onto the field. He's been a breath of fresh air for the Emmaus side coming off the bench. Big Tarima. I'd like to see him taking some more carries. Here goes Hare. Can be dangerous in behind the ruck when they get quick play the balls. Ball comes out to the halfback in Walker. Out to Hone. He's the danger man. Oh, speculator. Well taken there by Chase Bales. Comes back to Hone. Long ball. Over to Zach Adams. Fifth tackle. What option have they got? They've had a bit of a crack at him out wide. They're going to work to this right-hand side. Walker. Kick goes in. Bit of pressure on the winger.
Good kick chase there from Seth Carpenter. He's had a really good year again, while Seth. He's quite a talented footballer. He made the confraternity merit side.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's at contract-wise, but I would not be surprised if he garners the attention of some NRL clubs. Now, someone's missed their assignment here. This ball's gone 70 metres down the field here.
It was actually a great play by St Brendan's College because they had a quick dropout, so the Emmaus team weren't set in their formation.
The Lepetti's done pretty well there, the interchange forward, to get it back to the halfway, but they lost some of that momentum that they got off the repeat set. Carpenter takes it up. Comes out to Clancy Hone. You're going to see more from him. Runs a really good line here, Nylon. He's hard to handle. Oh, show and go from the dummy half. Liam Barnes. Put that in the black book for later. Here goes Hone. Jumps on that quick play the ball. Will of the Wisp. Comes back for the fifth tackle kick. Walker, what's he got in store? Not a lot of kick pressure. This could be Peckover's time and space. Peckover, he's got the ball. We said he was good in the air. He gets up there, catches the ball. He scores the first points for Emmaus College.
That's an enormous start for Emmaus. I mean, at the end of the day, St Brendan seemed like they were going to dominate that first 10 minutes. There was a lot of errors in the game, and Emmaus have had an opportunity and took it.
Well, here we see on the Cocoa Brew replay, Anthony Seibold. We said he was like a Jason Saab.
Yeah.
I mean, That's pretty good.
Yeah, very athletic and did a really good job. What Emmaus did really well was create a one-on-one contest on the edge, and when it becomes a contest like that, it is genuinely a 50-50 opportunity. I think one of the things that Emmaus have done well the last few minutes, they've got to their kick and they've built pressure at the back end of their set, so they've put some pressure on the defensive line of the St Brendan's College team, and they converted into points in that last play, big play by the right-hand side winger for Emmaus.
Well, we'd spoken about it. Before that last 5-minute block, they hadn't actually completed a set, so they strung a few together and it's made a big difference.
Yeah. Even though they gave up sort of 70 metres on the repeat set, I think that was critical, just to building the pressure. But like you said, it's a real 50-50 play. It might even be more percentage towards the attacking play because they have all the momentum.
Well, they do.
When you're coming with
momentum. They do well. So I think one of the things when you come into the contest and you've got momentum, you can really drive that leg into the contest and really own that ball.
Not a lot the young number 2, Anasta Tamoy from St Brendan's could do about that one. That's a great kick. Has he got the legs?
Short.
No, he hasn't. The Thursday Island product, Anasta Tamoy. So 4 points to 0, Emmaus College over St Brendan's College, and it's a pretty good standard of footy, Seeps.
Really good standard so far. I think you can see why both sides made the final of the Confraternity Shield, which is hosted in June of this year. And like I said, I think Emmaus over the last couple of minutes after being under the pump early and all the momentum with St Brendan's, they really fought back into the game and built some pressure.
Let's see how Brennan's respond here. Melrose kicks it down. Of course, he's a year 11er. Tyler Melrose played cap opens this year. Contracted to the North Queensland Cowboys, I believe. Oh, one-on-one rake. Was there 2 in the tackle?
It's a penalty, I think. Yep.
Referee Jay Hardy's right onto it. We'll get the benefit of the Cocoa Brew replay. Off the kickoff. Good run there by Lepetti. And it does look like Carter Ford still had hands on him, so that's a great decision.
Well, as a little bit more fatigue starts to come into this game, I think the last 5 or 6 minutes before half-time, and you already mentioned it, Liam Barnes is going to have some opportunities to go himself from dummy half. A couple of quick play the balls and generate that ruck speed, and he'll take off.
Yeah, what you'll find, this man here, Caleb Hare, will come into his own as well. He's very good at punching in behind the ruck, as Lepetti does that really well.
Yeah, really good. I think that's the play. You want to play through this St Brendan's team. Yep. They actually got quite big spacings through that middle third.
Here he goes, Hare. These lightweight forwards can really come into their own as the fatigue comes into the game. Here's Barclay, another one. Very similar style of forwards that they have in the back row, Emmaus College. Here goes Barnes. Good shape out to this left-hand side. Oh, Carpenter, that could be that's going to be a penalty. Yeah. You can't do that. You can't dummy to a player and then run around the back of them, so... Generally, players give themselves up, but I think he was just saying possibly I could get away with it. There.
Grand final day too. Who doesn't want a grand final try? Well,
but definitely the right call there, boys. I think
the back-to-back defence that Brendan's have done over the last 5 looks like it's really started to fatigue them.
Yeah, like they'll go one out this set. Like I said, Emmaus can compress up here. Yeah. Brennan's are just going to try and play one out footy here. I think Emmaus can really dive into the Brennan's team, this defensive set.
And they haven't shown anything yet today that shows us or tells us that they're going to go for the early shift as well. So now, there's a perfect opportunity where they could shift the ball out to the left.
So the right-hand side winger for Emmaus College is 10 metres inside the scrum line. So essentially there's a 25-30 metre space on that right-hand side.
They're almost daring him to shift the ball, aren't they? Seems as we see an error, the Marsh comes up with the error out of dummy half. He found a little space in behind the ruck, but the coaching team of the Minto brothers, Scotty Minto and Glenn Minto, they wouldn't be happy with that set from St Brendan's College.
Yeah, they wouldn't be. I mean, again, we're talking about how you play your football. I think the St Brendan's team needs to adapt because Emmaus College are compressing and making the defensive line really narrow here. They've got to find a way to take the metres on the edges.
One thing, with this Emmaus side is all year they have just found a way to keep their nose in front or stay close enough to be a chance with a few minutes to go. And I've noticed with St Brendan's, when they are actually behind on the scoreboard early, they play a fair bit of panic footy when it gets into the second half.
Yeah, that's right. It's a grinding, tough team. Here we go. Good pick up there by Banjo Walker. But that's where you want to finish sets, in that 10-10 box in the corner. It's going to be tough to come out from there. No, he's not going to take any of that milking play there, so really tough carry, probably the toughest carry in the game, that.
It is, but again, I'll harp on it. The left-hand side winger for Emmaus College is literally on the black dot here. And Emmaus, again, have forced St Brennan's into an error because of the compressed defence.
And it's a reward for where they finished, where they put Brennan's at the start of the set, because we spoke about how tough that carry is, and they're just tightening up their defence and loading up.
And again, this is a really good test for the Minnow brothers as far as their coaching strategy. What do they change at half-time? What are the opportunities they can see? The opportunity is that they can take some metres on the edges, but at the moment they're trying to continue to play one-out football against a really compressed Emmaus defensive line here.
Let's see if Emmaus can lengthen this lead. Here he goes. He comes back to Hare. Strong defence there. I'll tell you what, Clancy Hone, I can't wait to see him some space. Here's Doyle. Plays well above his weight, Doyle. Comes out here to the right-hand side to Walker. On to Barclay. Nice right foot step.
Opportunity if he went out the back then.
There was. Let's see what Barnes has got in store here. Hits the front man, Lepetti. He's been tough to handle, but good tackle there. Number 18, Jake Oberhart. Oh, ball goes to ground. That can often lead to points. Gets it out to Peckover. Try time. He's got a double in the grand final. Hayden Peckover.
Yeah, it was excellent from Emmaus. I think the patience that they showed to kick that ball into the corner before, really compress in, jam up, force an error. Brennan's just can't keep defending the way they are at the moment.
Yeah, well, there's too much pressure on them. At the moment, I've got to say, Emmaus College, the coaching staff have done a great job to pull apart the St Brennan side. It's, as I said before, Scott Minnow at half-time with his brother Glenn, they need to make sure that St Brennan's change or adapt to the way they're trying to play today, because Emmaus have come with a plan where they're building pressure, tight defensive line, really getting in the face of the St Brennan's team, who are going one out at attack.
I don't want to see Emmaus go away from attacking to this right as well, because there's clearly an opportunity there for him to create points all day.
Yeah, it's a good point you make there. So it's just like, so often we see it in schoolboy footy is they'll score in one place and then they'll be like, oh, I've got to score somewhere else.
Get excited.
Just go back. Just go back to the well, until the other team fixes it. And at the moment they haven't. Now, and so often you see the ball go to ground and everyone freezes. So that ball hit the ground, the defensive, they hesitated, and Emmaus took full toll of it.
It was just simple draw and pass in the end.
He's just put a bit more extra on it there, Isaac Walker, and it's waved away. So 8 points to 0. This is a handy lead for the Emmaus College side over St Brennan's College.
They're really good football by Emmaus. I think the last 15 minutes they've been by far the better side, and they deserve their 8-0 lead, Wilson. I think one of the things you need to do as a coach, you need to help the players problem solve if they can't solve it on the field themselves. So, again, a really big test for the coaching staff of St Brennan's to turn it around, give the players some solutions that they can go out and adapt or adopt in the second half.
Here goes Melrose. I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with Lepetti. I'll put the commentator's curse on him there, boys. It wasn't the cleanest of passes, but he's probably entitled to catch it.
He has gone well, though, since he's come on. He's made a difference starting in behind the ruck. The younger brother of Solomon Lepetti.
So, Damo, if this is your Rocky Brothers side here attacking the line, what are you going to say to the St Brennan side? What message would you send out to them?
Well, I think they need to find their point on the field that they want to work to. So for me, it would be to a near or a far post, and then I'd look to attack the open side from wherever you've hit, or whatever point on the field that you've hit.
Comes out here to, looks like we'll have a reset of the scrum. As I see the interchange forward, Petharu Toby came onto the field, the number 17, a boarder from Bardu Island. If we've got any viewers from Bardu Island, give us a shout out there. Ball comes out to Banjo Walker. Oh, heavy defence there from his counterpart Carpenter. Settling a few old scores by the looks of it. They've also got the interchange dummy half in Harrison Hill. Oh, there, this could be a try. Just cut down short. Simon Green. Space on the left-hand side. Can they get the ball out there? Green, the halfback goes himself. Does he get it down?
I think he's dropped it, Walt.
Oh, right on the line.
That there was a perfect opportunity where they'd got themselves two on the field, And they could have gone either way.
Yeah, you just play at the back.
Yeah.
St Brennan's College, all the coaching staff have to do is get the message to say, keep running hard leads against this compressed defensive line and play out the back. Play out the back, play out the back. They're going to get the space and the numbers right. But when they go long or when they're going one out, it's too easy for the Emmaus College side. So, again, gritty defensive effort there by the Emmaus team.
They've slid well on that long ball as well, especially out to the right.
You don't want to play cut-out passes here against the Emmaus side. It's too easy for their slide defence.
Emmaus need to regather themselves here. Probably a completed set's the order of the day. Big Jake Pearce is getting in there and muscling up. He's got the crowd's attention. He's doing a bit of standover tactics. That's not going to help the Brendan side.
Find himself in the bin here.
Well, it was just silly. I mean, like, the aggression's fine, but then he got a little bit of a push because he was crowding the ruck, and then that's always going to lead to a penalty. You're never going to win them when you're the defensive side. So it's good to see that added aggression, but you need to control it.
There's some frustration here. Things aren't quite going to plan for them, and they're starting to unravel a little bit. They need to try and calm themselves down and get back to the basics.
Yeah, ball comes out here to Doyle. They're trying to really muscle up into defence, but they need to be smart about it. That's Simon Green. Here he goes. Big Lepetti. He's had a fair stint on the bench. Haven't gone back to their starting forwards yet. Declan Parr normally comes on this time of the match. They're sticking with the lightweight forwards. Caleb Hare. Harrison Hill looking for the one-on-one rake, but he can't get it. Ball comes to Walker. On to Hone. Hone, there's space out there. Space out on the left-hand side. Finn Smallwood taking the ground. Hone's going to work a short side. Nice little dab kick. Might be too heavy. Oh, jeez.
He spotted an opportunity on the short side there, and I just don't know if it was the right play.
Yeah, I probably just didn't execute. I think it was potentially the right play, Dane. I just think the execution, the kick was too long. But I do like
definitely jumping short side.
Yeah, I do like what they're doing. As I said, the 7 and the 6 for the Emmaus team, that they're looking up short sides, which is the way to play an aggressive defensive line like St Brennan's.
Anyway, 7 tackle sets, such is the rules of rugby league now, which I think is actually a pretty good innovation, the 7 tackle set. It makes it exciting. So Carter forward comes out here to the big number 8. Someone got called offside there because they just put up their hands. Blake Field straight through the middle.
There's about 2.5 minutes to go till half time. The last thing that Emmaus wants here is to concede points.
Here he goes, Toby, the big Bardu Island product. He looks like he'd be a handful with a head of steam. Ball comes away here to Green. What do they got here, Brennan's? Out the back to Tommy Green, the captain. He's going to play the ball back to Marsh. Marsh onto Banjo Walker. Well, trap and scrap. Have they got a bit unlucky there, Steve?
Yeah, I thought Emmaus a little bit unlucky. I think he's ruled offside from that trap and scrap. But again, defensively, Emmaus are doing such a good job there with their compressed line and to be nice and aggressive.
Would you consider taking the 2? A minute 40 on the clock, maybe?
Look, I think if St Brennan's running down by 6, they'd be happy. So, yeah, it would definitely be an option.
They've gone for the tap. There goes forward. Ball comes out the back. Big line set here to the left-hand side. They've got numbers. Can they get it down? Here he goes. Oh, great
really,
defense.
really good job of sliding out.
And a great defensive effort from Emmaus, but it's just really poor execution from St Brennan's. When you have a narrow defensive line, you need to go through the hands. When you pass a cutout ball to the winger or to the centre, it's so easy for Emmaus to slide off on. And you can see in the replay for our viewers at home, such a good job there by the fullback and the outside backs there for that Emmaus team.
So it was just that pass on the back end where they had an attempt where the winger was playing inside the centre, but they went the cutout pass.
Play through the hands. Yeah. Play through the hands. That's all they've got to do. That's the big message. Scott Minnow and Glenn Minnow got to give their team at half time. Big
run there from Nylon. So Emmaus, if they can get to half time 8-0 up, we've got a game in here. This looks like McMeekin. Lathan McMeekin coming straight off a 10A grand final, injecting a bit of life out of dummy half. Here he is, Declan Parr, right on cue. He'll just have a small stint to finish off the first half here. Walker put this into the corner. He's been very strong with his kicking game. Isaac Walker. Good chase there by Barclay. Well, He got wrong-footed, but full credit for the chase.
Oh,
there.
it was a great chase. It was a good kick to a corner again. Since Emmaus got through that first 10 minutes where they were making a few errors, they've really stuck to their game plan. They've been patient and done a great job.
So we've got a penalty right on half-time. They'll get one last shot, the Brennans boys.
Anthony, would you look at a quick shift here?
Yeah, well, I'd be shifting all day and going through the hands, because the left-hand side winger for Emmaus is at the far post. There's about 30 metres outside him or 25 metres outside him. And that's how you play through the hands.
They're still playing compressed, so there'll be some slide going on here. They get it out wide to Tyrell. Haven't seen too much of him.
That's exactly what they need to do. Play through the hands.
Looks like the flag's gone up there, so a bit of extra for the crowd, but the touch, he's put a foot into touch.
But that's the blueprint, like exactly what they did there. Go through the hands. You don't need cut-out passes. You go through the hands, short pass, short pass, short pass, and you're going to find some metres on the end.
Half-time. Emmaus College 8 points to nil, leaders in this Rockhampton District Secondary Schools Rugby League Open A Grand Final. We're going to go to a break. We'll come back for the second half.
The Cathedral College is more than just a school.
It's a place to learn, to play,
To perform. A place to pray. To thrive.
come and make the Cathedral College your place.
There's something for everyone at the Rockhampton Leagues Club. Enjoy a coffee and cake in our cafe, and the children will love our new kids club. Our renovated venue offers a great dining experience for the whole family. Come in and enjoy the all-new Rockhampton Leagues Club.
Hi, this is John Tapp, and when you're in Rockhampton for the races, Cocoa Brew is your one-stop shop. With a wide range of craft beers and cocktails, the restaurant has a succulent menu and the best steaks in town. The boardroom and whiskey lounge will cater for your private function. Accommodation, they've got you covered with boutique apartments on site at a 4.5-star rating. And for coffee and food on the run, head straight to Cocoa Brew Express. When next in town, let the crew from Cocoa Brew look after you.
Welcome to North Rockhampton State High School, one of Rockhampton's largest state high schools. North Rocky High delivers a comprehensive curriculum targeted at students' individual needs. The senior curriculum offers a rich selection of choices, including ATAR subjects and vocational educational certificates in many fields. Students can participate in a variety of sports too that foster and develop their talents, and the school also offers a variety of cultural opportunities. North Rocky is proud to play a role in developing well-rounded individuals through respectful and positive relationships.
Big brand stock prices at Intersport. At least 20% off Nike, Adidas and New Balance footwear and apparel. Nike Air Windflow 10, save 30. Nike Metcon 8, save 90. Plus new gear for the NRL finals. Don't miss this at Intersport.
Cheer them on, guys. Guys, get down there. And the kids are going everywhere. I think we've just all of them. We've got 1, 2, 3 after the other. Oh! We're going to win. We're going to win. We're in the sticks. Silence said that. So we're going to do a tactic today. Oh, it's going to win it. Look at the things that happen. Obviously, that didn't work. This goes this way, you don't have to race down there. Bit of patience, well done. He's had himself a $50 Intersport voucher and $50 cash. Give a round of applause. Well done to Will. Mr. Brennan's College. We'll get a photo over here, Will. Thanks, guys. We'll have the action back on very shortly.
Welcome back to Brown Park, the home of Rugby League here. You're watching the Rockhampton District Secondary Schools Rugby League Grand Final between Emmaus College and St Brendan's College and Emmaus. There's a bit of an upset on the cards here. 8 points to 0 leaders over the team that beat them in the Confraternity Shield earlier in the year. I'm joined by the Brothers Inc. Seabold, Damien and Anthony. Seabold, your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, I think Emmaus have deserved it 8-0 leaders so far at half-time. I think tactically they've done a really good job at playing up short sides against the St Brendan's team and also building pressure, particularly on that right-hand side of the Emmaus team in the first half. They built a lot of pressure. St Brendan's, tactically they've been off, I've got to say. There's a really compressed defensive line. We've said it a number of times, and they just haven't attacked against a tight defensive line appropriately. So good job by Emmaus so far.
So before I get to Damien's thoughts on that, Siebes, how do you get what do you say as a coach to St Brennan's to make those adjustments at halftime?
Yeah, well, real simple. What you want to do is you want to play short passes and play out the back out of yardage and take the metres. So that way you'll create momentum and you're going to build pressure by a field position in the end. So that's one thing I'd say. Don't pass the ball long because Emmaus compress, defensively sliding and pushing you towards a sideline. So Brennan's are playing into Emmaus' hands at the moment.
And Damien Siebold, the former Emmaus College alumni, you'd be pretty happy with the score at the moment.
Well, he says Emmaus legend, Wilson. That's
what legend.
Well, it's true. Let's be fair. However, speaking of former legends of Emmaus and St Brennan's, I've just had a shout out from Troy Lewis, who was a former student at St Brennan's and teacher at Emmaus.
One of the best. He was school captain at St Brennan's in 1989. Troy Lewis, one of the greats.
And Troy's thoughts probably echo mine. He said whoever can stick to their processes best in the second half is going to get the victory.
Fantastic feedback.
Because he's very process orientated. So. Thanks, Troy.
That ball comes out, marginal pass there. Oh, heavy defence, but looks like Blake Field, the big front rower from St Brennan's. Not much happening here. They've lost a bit of shape here, but Big Tareem is going to take it forward.
This part of the field, though, while in the first half, what they did well was just roll in behind the ruck. Get on the
Here's
front
Hone. He's going to try a little dabble. Probably not the play on the first set after half-time.
Yeah, don't like that from Emmaus. What they did really well at the back end of the first half is build pressure by putting St Brennan's in uncomfortable situations and then suffocating with their tight defensive line.
Good carry there by Walker. Comes away to Carter Ford. Runs this line in behind the ruck. He's found some space. He's come up with an error. Well, we know he can do it. He's a workhorse. Carter Ford. He'd be disappointed with himself because he prides himself on not only his work rate but low error rate as well. So that's uncharacteristic.
It's a good player. Am I right in saying he's Carl Webb's son?
He is Carl Webb.
So he comes from great pedigree. Charlie Webb, shout out to you, mate. If you're watching where we are in the world at the moment, mate, our best wishes and thoughts go out to you. But yeah, he shows a lot of ability, doesn't he? He's a very hard worker. I really like his leg speed in behind the ruck there as well.
Okay, let's see what Hone's cooking up here. Clancy Hone out the back to Carpenter. I'd like to see him get his hands on the ball a bit more. What a pass! Chase Bales probably made the right decision there. I thought he was going to try and cook Rydell Terrell on the outside, but smart play. Comes back to Finn Smallwood. They probably are missing the carries there.
That's a good carry there.
Durkin. Yeah, Nylon.
Yeah, Josh Nylon. He's very strong. He's very similar to Barclay, the lock, the way they play, their physique.
McBeacon plays the ball back. Nice little tip-ons there, just keeping that fast-rushing defence from coming up on them. Tareem will play the ball. They've worked their way down. It's a pretty good territory for a kick. Could this be another kick to Peckover? Why not? Go back to the well. No, they put in a grubber. Gets picked up quite easily there by the second rower in Wyville. And now they give away a penalty. So that's probably an indication of how important the fifth tackle option is.
Yeah, definitely. They haven't executed their two kicks since half-time well at all. They haven't built any pressure on the St Brennan's team. And they undo that and give a piggyback to the St Brennan's team down the field with that poor discipline inside the tackle. There's two in the tackle and he's raked the ball. So it was easy to see. And they've let St Brennan's off the hook.
There was an opportunity to the right there with for Emmaus as well, but it was a slow play the ball. I think if they could have tried to get up and get that play the ball a bit faster, they could have jumped and gone through their hands.
Talking of Troy Lewis in the 1989 grand final, schoolboys grand final, Emmaus College, won that one with a kick towards the death. Julian O'Neill, who was playing in that team. Fantastic game here, I think in front of about 7,000 or 8,000 back in 1989. And
but the grand finals used to be at night time as well.
Yeah, Grant Benson I think kicked the winning goal from memory. But yeah, good memories and shout out to Troy. I heard all Capra's success is down to him, is that right?
I think so. Like, full credit to Lionel and everything he's done, but obviously the welfare officer's got a big part to play in it.
He's put in a claim for it. He's not sure whether he's got credit yet. Ball's come back here to Big Adams. They get another chance on the back of an error from Brennan's. The Minto boys will be ripping their hair out, whatever they've got left of it. Comes out to Doyle. He's a jack in the box. Tyrell Doyle.
I want to see Emmaus keep going to their right.
Walker onto nylon. They've got to keep playing footy. They can't just expect to wind the clock and win this game. They probably need another try or two to win it. Brennan's are going to come hard at some stage. Here he goes. Clancy Hone, very light on his feet. Pulled down by Green there. McMeekin's been dangerous from dummy half. He gets the ball onto Adams. Nice out the back play to Walker. This is good shape. Good pass out wide. Peckover could be getting in. That's a try. Oh, 3 tries in a grand final.
That was well executed. Good pass from Carpenter.
Yeah, great rugby league. And again, it's not just the passing or the execution of the pass. Fantastic lead lines there from Emmaus College. And again, the right-hand side winger in Peckover, hat-trick.
They're not overcomplicating anything either. They're playing a really nice style of footy.
I'll tell you what, he had a bit of work to do there, boys. Like, the pass was a good pass from young Carpenter, but it was high, and he did well to regather it and also beat 2 players and put the ball down. That's a good finish by the winger.
So again, St Brendan's College, the big challenge for them is what tactical solutions do they need to adjust to try and take advantage of Emmaus's habits here defensively. And I think, again, we talk about when they've got the footy, obviously it's about executing their passes, but they need short passes, play short passes, play out the back, take the metres on the edge, and they continue to try and go one-out football up the middle of the park, and it's playing into Emmaus's hands.
It probably just shows you how close these sides have been this year, and it's been a really strong competition, the Open A's comp, but we do know, of course, they played in the Confraternity Shield Grand Final, which shows you how strong Rockhampton Rugby League is this year in the Open A age division, and we also had our first Australian schoolboy in Matua Brown since 2013, so footy's alive and buzzing in Rockhampton.
Wilson, who was the last Australian schoolboy that came out of this region?
Well, I know Mo Pelly more so.
Mark Pelly was,
from St Brennan's played in
halfback.
I think he was in 2009, so maybe there was another one.
Someone after
in 2013.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who that would have been.
Of course, Lily Yarrow made the inaugural schoolgirls side last year, and you haven't seen her in the NRLW, but that's only because she did an ACL while playing in the BMD Cup. But you will hear more about Lily Yarrow. She's a very talented player. She'll play a lot of NRLW in the future. An Emmaus product herself. Here we go, Tarima. He's been good. Oh, Pierce is at it again. It's silly. He's gone.
Yeah. That's been coming. He was frustrated before half-time.
Frustration's building, but it's spilled over here on a big stage, and he's cost his team. Jake Pierce. Well, it's a 5-minute sin bin, but how much is this going to cost the St Brendan's side? 17.5 minutes on the clock, 12-0 down. They've only really been saved by the fact that the tries have been out so wide that it's been very hard to kick the goals, boys.
Well, it's a couple of times Jake Pierce has let his team down through poor discipline. I mean, that's a really get-out now for Emmaus College. And again, St Brendan's College down 12-0 on the scoreboard. So you need to be ultra-clean with regards to when the opposition's coming out of their end of the field. And it's poor discipline by the number 10 for the Brennan's team.
I like the interchange of passes that the middles are doing for Emmaus as well. Just short little chip
short passing, because you can see on the edges St Brennan's want to get up high. Yeah. So short passing, play through them. It's hard for them to reload, and they're getting a lot of joy out of it.
I think it's frustrating the Brendan side a lot, actually, because they want to get up there and they want to get into a physical battle, but the short passing is just sort of stunting their line speed, as you say. Okay, Lepetti's back on. Let's see if they can ice this game here. Emmaus, is probably too early to say that, but they are coming home like a steam train.
In these conditions as well, look, they're going to have the next 5 minutes with only 12 on the field. If Emmaus can get more points on the board, I don't think it's going to be too much for Brendan to get back.
Oh, Hone, I don't know if that was the order of the day. He's looking for that little grubber chase, which he's a very clever player, Clancy Hone, but I think Mitchell Smith will get the message out to him just to play some percentage football. 12-0 up, 16 minutes to go, Anthony Seba.
Yeah, Emmaus College don't need to do that. They just need to hand over the football in uncomfortable situations or positions for the Brennan's team. And there's just been a couple of times where they've just let themselves down in the last play of the second half.
Right, here we go. Brennan's have got a bit of an opportunity. Melrose, I'd like to see him take him on. He was pretty dangerous early in the game, nearly scored a try, but he got held up. Marsh is starting to find some space at a dummy half. It's really opening up. Hot conditions here in Rockhampton. Plays it back to Oberhart. I'm not sure why they had to go that far back to the kicker. There was no kick pressure.
They're all offside now.
And then Carpenter, but they're offside. I mean,
he spotted it. It was
boys,
just poor discipline.
It's just inexplicable why you would pass the ball 15 metres back when they had a quick play the ball. He could have been kicking it on the advantage line, and all those players would have been onside.
Yeah, the entire left-hand side chase for the St Brennan side were in front of the kicker. So again, although Emmaus fullback comes up with an error in Seth Carpenter, they get the ball back and they'll have tackle one somewhere in and around the 40-metre line of the St Brennan's College end of the field.
Yeah, I would say that's something that I would say to young playmakers. I feel like they go way too far back to kick the footy. And, you know, you look at a player like Daly Chair Evans, who's under your stewardship at the moment, Siebes, and so often he kicks the ball at the advantage line or beyond.
Yeah, you want to play flat because everyone's on side then, so everyone's alive and in the game and in the contest. So, again, they just need to fix that up the St Brennan side.
Here he goes, jinking, jerking, Tyrell Doyle. Here goes Barclay. Both the 13s have been good. Miller has worked tirelessly for the Brennan side. Here goes Walker. Out the back to Carpenter. There's a bit of space here. Carpenter could score. Carpenter's gone straight through. Seth Carpenter. Well, the captain, Tommy Green's remonstrating with the referee. He feels like there's some obstruction, but I think that was clean, boys. Yeah. We'll have a look at it on the Cocoa Brew replay.
Really, really good footy.
He sort of hid behind his lead runner there, but I think he does get to the outside shoulder. Let's have a look at it. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's a defensive decision.
Yeah, and again, Emmaus College doing a really good job. Short passes playing through the St Brennan's team. St Brennan's spacings are quite big in comparison to the Emmaus College team. So really good job there, I think, tactically. For the Emmaus team, short passes playing through the Brennan side here.
One thing I've really noticed with Liam Barnes, his service out of dummy half, the halves can actually set themselves up a lot wider than what St Brennan's are able to, and then they can play those short passes.
Yeah, he's a really good player, Liam Barnes. He's certainly impressed me. I think he's got a touch football background, maybe represented Australia, but yeah, he looks very sharp out of dummy half. I like what he does there.
This is a little bit reminiscent of last year, Steve, the game we called. I mean, they came in raging favourites, St Brennan's College.
TCC
and TCC, well, you know, they just stuck to their process, they stuck to their pattern under Tony Martin, and it was a huge upset in the end, but they ended up doing it quite comfortably. And Emmaus College, well, I mean, there's
and look, St Brennan's are a clearly very talented side. They've got a lot of ability, they could put points on quickly. But the one thing I have noticed is when the opposition side can poke their nose in front and put pressure on them, things do start to go awry for them. So
well, you did mention that early in the game, their ability to play from behind, and that is definitely something that teams have to work on. Like, Siebes, obviously you've been an NRL coach for an extended period of time now. Like, is that something you talk about, the mental side of things?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think the ability to be able to dump it and get onto your next job is really important. And you can see St Brennan's are frustrated with the game, aren't they? They're hanging on and becoming agitated to any of the errors or penalties that they're giving away here. So
Jake Pearce is back on the field, the Simbin player, but it's a huge hill to climb for Brennan's. I wouldn't rule them out, but they probably need to start by just completing some sets and getting the footy into some territory. Big hit by Pearce.
Just come back on the field.
Parr plays the ball back. That's what they wanted. That's what they needed.
So this is the chance now. So this gives St Brennan's College some oxygen. Emmaus College making an error, not getting to their kick after points. So they've handed over the football to St Brennan's College in and around halfway. Brennan's are on the attack. Now they do need to make some changes tactically because at the moment they are getting outcoached and outplayed by the Emmaus team. Again, what they want to do is short passes, play at the back, take the metres on the Emmaus College defensive line.
Well, I think if they get one here, Brennan's, they could get two, and then the Green and Gold Army.
Oh, definitely. They score points quickly.
Could get into the game, and we could have a thrilling finish on our hands. Let's see how we go here. Braylon Marsh finding some space there. Here he goes, Big Pearce, crowd favourite.
So I don't know if you spotted it just then, Wal, but as soon as Pearce come back on the field, there was a bit of verbal between him and Josh Nyland.
Okay,
so I wouldn't be surprised if they go at each other.
Bit extra. I don't know who that pass was to, but he saved it. Well done there. A big shot from Nylon.
But again, while some cut-out passes just doesn't cut it against the Emmaus College defensive side, they're just sliding off and pushing Brennan to the edge.
Yeah, they're losing their way a little bit here, the Brennan side. Banjo Walker throws that pass. Let's see what they can do on this fifth tackle. Ball's come back to Ford. Well, he's not going to kick it. Comes to Green. Maybe they'll run it.
Again.
Long cut-out pass, but the defence just shifts off. Kicks the ball through. Oh, well trapped there by Clancy Hone, but a little bit too easy for the Emmaus boys.
So
well, they've got an opportunity here.
We might see if we can see that on the Cocoa Brew replay. I'm not 100% sure what happened there, boys, but
did he take the kicker out late, did he?
I think that's what he's ruled, yeah. So Brennan's got a penalty a couple of metres out from the Emmaus line. But again, they pass long, and it's so easy for the Emmaus team to slide off.
They need to play the fast and short. Here he goes, the number 19. Haven't seen too much of him today. Elijah Walker. Maybe he can inject some life into this Brendan side. Green, being the best player on the field for the Brendan side, in my opinion. He's going to play the ball back to Marsh. Oberhart's there. No, he goes out the back to Green. Onto Walker. Onto Tyrell. But great defence there by Chase Bales. Comes back. They're going to go over to the left-hand side. They're looking a little bit flat. Oberhart, he's a strong runner. Marsh might have a dive here. From dummy half, he is. He's going to have a dip. Barclay was offside. Does he get it down? No, he doesn't, but the referee gets Barclay because he wasn't square. So, as good as a repeat set there, but look how compressed Emmaus are at the moment.
Look, I don't get it. Like, people are probably sick of me at home whinging about the St. Brennan's tactics here, but honestly, all they need to do is play out the back, short passes, and they're going to score points.
Sounds like a frustrated old boy.
It is. It's a very frustrated green and gold supporter here.
Things are pretty sweet for an Emmaus boy at the moment.
Oh, if they go left, they've got him cooked for all money. Let's go. It goes out here to Green. They've finally got the ball out. Can he get the pass? Melrose? No. Great defence by Peckover. Comes out here to Green. Goes from dummy half himself. They really need to score here, St. Brendan's College. Give themselves a chance. Here goes Oberhart. This swarming defence from Emmaus really turned up the tackle today. Here goes Marsh. He could score, should score, does score, boys. Under the post.
So they're back. There's still 8 minutes to go. There is a lot of time left.
Yeah, there is a lot of time, and good work by Marsh out of dummy half. They obviously saw the opportunity close to the line. But look again, I know there's plenty of time left, but unless St. Brendan's changed tactically, they're not going to get themselves back into this game. So what they should be doing off this kickoff set, also they should be taking the metres on the edge. So early shifts against the tight yardage or tight compressed defence in yardage of the Emmaus College side, create some momentum and then play off the back of that.
Yeah, and possibly like if they do shift the ball early, it seems like they might spread the defence of Emmaus and then it opens up a bit.
And that's when you play through the middle, mate. And that's the adaptability that good teams have. And you see a side like Penrith in the NRL, they can adapt on the run.
Conversion successful in no time there by Melrose. So plenty of time left. I mean, it's a 12-point deficit, so they're going to have to be really clean to get themselves back into the game. But it's possible. This Emmaus side, they'd probably be tasting the premiership at the moment, but they're not quite there yet. They've got to defend their way to a victory. 18 points to 6, St. Brendan's lead over Emmaus College. You're watching the Open A Rockhampton District Secondary Schools Rugby League Grand Final here at Brown Park, the home of Rugby League in Rockhampton.
So, Damien, just put your coach's hat on for a minute here, mate. If you're coaching Emmaus, how do you finish and manage the last 7 and a little bit minutes left in this game against Brendan's?
Well, they can't panic. They need to go back to what they did, that 15-minute block in the first half that put them in a position to be where they are now. Get through their sets, kick to a corner, be patient, make sure that they are constantly giving the ball back to St. Brendan's inside their 10.
Braylon Marsh just recently been named in the Queensland Under-17 country side. He's coming into his own here around the ruck. They're really stopping to a walk, this Emmaus College side. If they get a try this set, the comeback could be on, boys.
I just don't think 18 points is enough. But they're going to have to find a field goal, or if they get an opportunity to maybe kick a penalty goal, they need to take it.
Here goes Green. I'm not sure Brennan's have that many points in them, but we'll see how they go. Here's a nice rebound. There could be a try here. It's a try. Oh, that's come out of nothing. Mattel, Tapu, Bond, like we said, they're dropping off tackles. They're stopping to a walk, Emmaus.
And you said it well
Game
before.
On.
Brennan's are the type of side, when they score one, you know another one's coming. They can put 2, 3, 4 on quickly.
Here we go. So look at the Cocoa Brew replay. Anthony Seabold, like not the best of kicks, bit of trap and scrap, but Matu Tapu Bond probably... that's pretty good work from the winger to finish it off. We've seen some good wing play today.
Yeah, really good. I think the right-hand side winger for the St. Brennan's did an exceptional job there. Because you're right, Molson, the execution of the kick wasn't great. Bounced off or rebounded off the legs of the Emmaus College defensive line there. And like you said, the number 5 in Tapau Bond.
He was just pushing through, didn't give up on the play.
Really good job.
Yeah, matter Tapau Bond, the border from Murray Island. No doubt there'll be a contingent up in Murray Island cheering that on.
This is a big kick.
Beautiful place.
Really big kick.
Where's Murray Island, Sue?
It's black dot.
Oh, it snuck over the post.
So that's fantastic goal kick by Melrose and the number 6 jersey for Brennan's, because now it is game on.
Yeah, 100%.
If you're down by 8 with 5 minutes to go, that looks a little bit of a long road ahead. But now it's 6 points, 5 minutes. So again, Brennan's are back in the game. You can see Emmaus College.
They've scored
walking
twice in 2 sets.
Yeah, they're walking back to the kickoff. And they do need to slow down this end of game. The Emmaus team.
So much psychological at play here, because you can see the Emmaus boys. I mean, at 18-0, they could almost taste the victory, and the Brendan side, they're not prepared to give up. They're coming home like a steam train.
Mitch Smith needs to get Josh Nolan back on the field.
Well, I would dare say he needs to get those lighter weight forwards on there as well,
just to
combat this run. Harrison Hill's been good since he come on. The interchange 14.
Yeah, he's done a really good job for St. Brendan's. I think we've seen Marsh come into the game a lot more, haven't we, the last sort of 5 or 6 minutes. Really good job out of 9.
Here we go. Simon Green.
Just the meters they're making now, they're really starting to roll through.
Yeah, they weren't making those earlier in the game, and the heat's really coming into it. Here he goes, Carter Ford. It's what we expect from him. So, I mean, they're probably going to get 2 or 3 more sets, but... You know, do they go for it? Here's Melrose. Nice ball forward. Was it forward? No, it wasn't. Play on.
I think it was forward.
What a tackle by Seth Carpenter.
Yeah, great job by the fullback.
5th tackle. What's the play? Harrison Hill. Play is probably to run it. Comes out to Green. Goes out the back. No, he goes himself. He'll go all the way. Tommy Green under the sticks.
And that's 3 tries in 3 sets. Full credit to Green.
I can't believe what we're seeing here.
But much better attack, Wilson. Like, short passes. Again, not trying to play the long pass against that sliding defence of the Emmaus College side. St. Brendan's College are going to tie it up here with 3 and a bit minutes to go.
Well, they made the big break on the left-hand side through Anasta Tamoy, and then it was just they had him cut for ribbons, but show and go. He's done that plenty of times today, Tommy Green.
Good job. I like Tommy Green. He's a good number 7, the captain for
He's definitely a goer. He doesn't mind running the footy. And, well, this is a bit of spirit coming from the Brendan side.
Well, the green and gold team are back. There's a bit of voice over in the Nev Callaghan stand as well.
Yeah,
I think one thing from Emmaus, as we watch the kick from young Melrose, there we go, great kick. So it's tied up. I think the thing for Emmaus College now, how do you break the pattern? Because by kicking long off the kick-off, it's allowing St. Brendan's to get into their rhythm. So one thing that you would be looking at tactically here is break the pattern. So whether it's a short contestable kick-off, whether it's a long along the floor, like that sort of grubber type kick
just
into touch, they've got to try and change the pattern of the game. Because at the moment, Brennan's are able to fall in their pattern through these long kick-offs.
Yeah, well, they need that circuit breaker. It'd be risky. It'd be risky if they went short with the 1 point on offer, but the way that Brennan's are marching the ball down the field, I don't put it past them to get a shot here at the end of this set. 1 minute 56 on the clock, so they're going to get one chance with the ball, unless they get a repeat set here, Brennan's. Can they get within range for a field goal, or do they get the ball out wide to Tamoy or Tapu Bond? They look very sharp when they've got the ball.
Momentum in footy it's crazy,
massive,
isn't it?
And that's what you're talking about, breaking that pattern.
Yeah.
They just get a 6 again here. Again, Brennan's are just getting into their pattern, but they're playing much better tactically. They're shorter passes, not playing long.
Green again up the middle of the ruck, followed by Ford. They might get into range here, boys. This could be a shot at field goal. Ball comes back to Green. He's been enormous. Simon Green.
Really good for him.
Oh, what a knock. Here we go. Someone's out the back there. It looks like Banjo Walker's the man. Can he get a field goal away? He's got it away. And Has he kicked it? No, he hasn't. He's missed it. It must have been close.
That was close.
Yeah, it looked like it was going
He executed
over.
really well. That's a great set there by St Brendan's College to put themselves in that position.
So they've got a minute, 7 tackle set. Can Emmaus put themselves in a position? And if so, who's the man, Wal? Who would they look for?
Well, there's no ball here.
Look,
right?
they might have to stop. They've stopped the clock. 52.3 seconds on the clock. They've kicked every ball known to man into the Rocky Leagues Club. So fair play. Yeah, fair play to the ball boys. Someone's just gone and pumped up another ball, and we're going to have a finish to this game. But it might go to extra time. So if it is drawn at full time, it doesn't go into golden point. It goes into 5 minutes each way extra time, and then if it's still drawn after that 10 minutes, we go into golden point. Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves here, boys. 50 seconds are the best here. Tries for the one-on-one rake.
It's a good carry.
Braylon Marsh. Good
They'll
carry
get a
there.
chance here. They'll be in position.
Here's Lepetti, remembering they've got 7 tackles set. Clock ticks down, 30 seconds to go. He's tired, Big Tarima. He's done a job for his team though. But the clock is, they're eating away at the clock here. They need a strong run. Here he is, Nylon. Oh, marginal pass. They'll get one more run and then they'll have a long-range shot for field goal. It won't be Carpenter because Carpenter's going to take the run, try and get a quick play of the ball. That's a good run. Here he is. Can he be the hero? Great kick there. Oh, he's flushed it, but it's gone away to the left-hand side. Well, Clancy Hone. He hit that pretty well.
He got hold of it, yeah, very good. Again, both drop goal kickers did a great job. They connected and executed pretty well.
Righto, well, all
so what have we got,
momentum.
10 minutes here, Walson, is that right?
Yeah, so 5 minutes each way. They play 5 minutes each way, and then if it's still drawn after 10 minutes, it'll go to golden point. And what a year there's been for extra time games. This is the 4th game in the grand final series out of 16 that's gone to golden point gone to extra time.
Yeah, that's an amazing stat. And you said it before, these two teams have been so evenly matched all year. It's probably fitting that it goes to extra time.
What was the result? I know St Brennan's were confraternity champions. What was the result? Was it a close?
It was, I believe, 16-12.
Okay, so again, pretty close contest.
Yeah, it was 4 or 6 points to Brennan's anyway.
We might take a quick word from our sponsors and we'll be back for the extra time period.
The Cathedral College is more than just a school.
It's a place to learn. To play.
To perform. A place to pray. To thrive.
Come and make the Cathedral College your place.
There's something for everyone at the Rockhampton Leagues Club. Enjoy a coffee and cake in our cafe, and the children will love our new kids club. Our renovated venue offers a great dining experience for the whole family. Come in and enjoy the all-new Rockhampton Leagues Club.
Hi, this is John Tapp, and when you're in Rockhampton for the races, Cocoa Brew is your one-stop shop. With a wide range of craft beers and cocktails, the restaurant has a succulent menu and the best steaks in town. The boardroom and whiskey lounge will cater for your private function. Accommodation, they've got you covered with boutique apartments on site at a 4.5.
Welcome back to Brown Park, the home of rugby league here. We are in extra time in the main game of Super Saturday, the Open A Grand Final between St Brendan's College and Emmaus College. 18 points to nil. Emmaus College led. I remember looking at the clock, there's about 12 minutes to go, 12 or 13 minutes to go. Anthony Seibold, what a comeback from your old school, St Brendan's College.
Yeah, really good job by Emmaus for the bulk of that game. You know, to St Brennan's credit, they kept fighting. They found a way to get themselves back into the game. It's become a great contest now.
Here he goes, Tarima. Oh, sorry, that's Lepetti. He's been great off the bench, and it's like a new ball game starts here, but there's plenty of momentum for Brennan's. I mean, they would be up and about after coming back from 18-0 down to force extra time, and Emmaus, well, they've just got to put it out of their head and get on with it and try and get this win, this historic win. Barclay, big defence by Marsh. Here we go, the second rower. Jordan Wyville. Wow, that's a big hit by Marsh there. If Brendan score here, it might be tough to come back. Big Blake Field. Oh, nice tackle there by Carpenter. They're looking a little bit dodgy in this defence. Here's big Jake Pearce trying to barge his way over. They're going to hold him up.
Plenty of numbers in that tackle.
Oh, he's drawn in a lot of players. If they get the ball wide, there's got to be space. Here we go. Green, it'd be fitting if he scored a try. He's been a great player today, but he's held up.
They have 5-on-1 outside him.
Yeah, they just haven't quite executed against this tight defensive line of Emmaus College.
Here goes Pearce again. They're going to hit one into the middle, try and draw some players in, but on the back of that, they need to hit it wide. It's come to fifth tackle. Is Marsh going to have a dip again? No, he's not. Comes out to Banjo Walker. He might have kicked a field goal here. No, he's missed it.
He's missed it. I understand that, taking the points on offer. I mean, I know it's 5 each way.
No, I think
nose in front.
Yeah, tactically good decision there by Brennan's. Just didn't quite execute the
just the execution
kick.
At point blank range, really. Like it was 15 metres out, but and now the game's turned on its head because it was a 7 tackle set, and young Clancy Hone, as is his will, he came up, he tried to take a quick tap off the 20-metre tap. They don't normally allow those off missed field goal attempts, so he could have been off and about, but he got himself a penalty.
It's really interesting to think about how you'd play this out, because at the end of the day, in 2 5-minute halves, there's probably 5 sets in attack each that you'll get. So if Emmaus can get themselves down within, the St Brendan's 30, I think they've got to have a shot as well, because it's going to almost get you to half time.
Here we go. They've got the little Jack and the Rabbit Doyle out there. He's been really impressive. Definitely plays above his weight. Tarima. Oh, heavy contact there from Field. Oh, Barclay. Did it come off the foot? No, it didn't. Well, he was winding up for a big run there, Logan Barclay, but unfortunately he's put the ball down. He won't be happy with that.
Let's have a look at the replay. I think he did get a foot to it first, but then he fumbled it again.
Would have been a controversial call if he let that play on. He'd be a brave ref to let that one go.
I'm pretty sure he'd actually started to call the knock on before the second fumble.
Yeah. Alright, could we be going to our second stanza of extra time all locked up? The ball comes out here to tap our Bond.
So for me, if Emmaus are going to win this, I can see a Clancy Hone moment. He's had a few this year where in big moments in extra time with a minute to go in games, he's come up with a chip chase or a show and go.
Well, one-on-one rake. He's got a fair piece of it, Lepetti, but well done by Carter Ford, who seems to have recovered. He's back on the field. Oh, Marsh is really making some inroads in behind the ruck there, but this is better defence from Emmaus. A bit more like what we saw at the start of the game. They found the second win. The ball comes away to Hill. He finds his front. Are they going to have a long-range shot here? No, they're not. They're going to work the short side. Melrose, nice little grubber. Might be too deep. No. Peckover's got it, and they've trapped him in the corner. It's going to be a slow play the ball too, so this is a tough carry for Seth Carpenter. They need to hang on here. 30 seconds to go. Get through this set of Emmaus. Get through to the first period of...
Spilt that.
Oh, it's a knock-on. Well, 20 seconds to go. They might get the scrum, they might not. No time to celebrate,
I don't
boys.
think they realise there's only 10, 15 seconds.
They won't get to the scrum, I don't think.
I don't think he'll stop the clock because it's not...
Emmaus have done a good job there by letting that footy go out the back.
6.5 seconds to go, so they have stopped the clock. And would you have a snap at field goal?
Yeah.
If you're Tommy Green...
Straight from this, you would.
It's interesting because Tommy Green hasn't been their go-to field goal kicker. It's generally been Banjo Walker.
The other thing, Emmaus are going to really charge at Green here.
So could be a lock.
Possibly a little tip on.
Yeah, or watch the lock coming out from the back of the scrum possibly. Ball's come out. No, they're going to have a run. One play, just a kick. Oh, McLaughlin, it goes out there to tap out one. Oh, it's a try. They had the trick play up their sleeve. Finally, they've got it down packed. They've worked out that compressed Emmaus defence, And that's a try to match our Tapau Bond, the border from Murray Island. They'd be going absolutely berserk in Murray Island.
A well executed play.
Yeah, really good footy.
Yeah.
Compressed defence. Execution was really good, I think, of Tommy Green, the number 7 for the St Brendan's side.
Finish.
Excellent finish.
Pinpoint kick, wasn't it, from Tommy Green? I mean, you couldn't take the chance that it hits the ground because you don't know which way it's going to bounce. So, but he put it high enough in the air, and bit of individual brilliance there from Matu Tapau Bond.
And look, again, we're looking at Melrose taking a conversion from the sideline here, but it just goes to show how important a good goal kicker is.
He's kept him in the game, hasn't he? Kicked, I think the second try for St Brendan's was a kick from wide out, and he executed it, and essentially that's taken into the into the extra time.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That was clutch. That was clutch from Tyler Melrose in a grand final. And you said it, seems like, if it was 8-point differential, they probably didn't have the time to come back into the game. But the 6 points, they score 3 sets in a row, get themselves back to level.
Big play. You think about all the momentum of St Brendan's, they scored 22 points in roughly around about 10 minutes of football. So big momentum swing.
Well, this is still a big kick. If Melrose can knock this over, they'll be pretty confident they won't lose the game in extra time, the St Brendan's side, and they'll be one step closer to raising the shield that they lost. No, it's gone away to the left-hand side, so the teams will change ends. There's no half-time break. It's just a straight swap of ends there.
Straight swap and then kick off and we're back into it.
22 points to 18, St Brendan's College lead Emmaus College in this Open A RDSSRL Grand Final, and well, we couldn't have asked for much more.
It's been a great afternoon of footy. I think obviously Emmaus are going to rue a couple of things in that second half that they did, but there's still plenty of time. Big kick to a corner here, try and force an error, give themselves an opportunity. That's all they need to do. The Emmaus have shown all year that they can pull themselves out of the fire. They just need a chance.
Okay, so they need a clean set here, Brendan's. Emmaus need some ball down the other end. That's a good kickoff. A really good kickoff. Has he dropped it? Yep. Has Wyville dropped it? Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. Sorry, I thought the referee blew his whistle there.
I thought it was a knock-on for certain.
Yeah.
Touch judge.
Just looking at the Cocoa Brew replay, the touch judge is right on the spot there. Oh, well, you can't really see there, but we've got to go with the touchy. He's a lot closer than we are.
He just did get to his feet very sheepish.
I thought I saw the referee put the whistle to his mouth, so I apologise to viewers there. Here he goes, Doyle, one-on-one. Did he get it? No, he didn't. Brendan's get through this set. Carter Ford. Great schoolboys rugby league here. We're watching at Brown Park. Everyone at the ground's on the edge of their seat. Again, they've gone about 20 metres really back. Deep. He's gone for a 40-20.
Really deep.
That's fair enough. Here goes Carpenter. They've got to find something here, Emmaus, and maybe it is Clancy Hone. He might be the go-to player. McLaughlin's out on the field now, the young year 10er. We know he's got a bit of spark about him as well. Can he pull something out, make a hero of himself here? Big Nylon charges forward. Oh, what a game he's played, Josh Nylon. Here he goes, Barnes. Up in the middle of the ruck, big Zach Adams. They've charged down the field here.
They're giving themselves a chance.
Here goes Barnes again, working him over around the ruck. Walker out the back to Carpenter, onto Hone. He's going to run. Oh, I thought it might have been on if he went left. They might work the short side here with Carpenter. He's a go-to player. Carpenter down the short side, gives it away to Bales. Oh, caught there, but it was offside. Huge penalty. Massive penalty.
Yeah, that's a big decision in the favour of Emmaus here. Just under 3 minutes left, and they've got field position, which they wanted, and they haven't had for some time.
What can they do with it? Here he goes, Nylon. This is their chance.
Oh, I don't know if they've been in this position since Carpenter scored his last try.
Ball comes out to Doyle. They've had a bit of trouble with him. I don't know if he's going to barge over there. Will Barnes have a crack from dummy half? No, he won't. He'll come out the back to Walker. On to Hone. Where's Carpenter? Gets out the cutout ball. Come inside. Well done, Finn Smallwood. He's got to stay in. Is he out?
Great defence, St Brendan's College.
Oh, shoulder charge. Oh, this is the game that just keeps giving, boys. 2 minutes to go. 22 points to 18.
This is the set.
Clancy Hone gives it to Barclay. Righto, what do they got? They need someone to straighten it up. Where's Nylon? Comes out the back to Doyle. He's going to hit that left post.
Running on the last here.
Opportunity on the left.
They've got Nylon left. And they've got Adams right. Adams. Oh, has he held it? He's held it. He looked like he tried to pass it. They're coming out to the right-hand side. He's going to have a dip himself. Walker.
It's 2 plays to go, I think.
Comes out to this left-hand side. Clancy Hone. What's he got up his sleeve? Hits Nylon. Out the back. Good pass. It's gone out to the winger. Can he get there? McLaughlin!
He's got there.
I think he scored. I think he scored a try. Will McLaughlin in the corner.
The young grade 10 kid's got there.
Oh, Will McLaughlin. He's pointed to the spot.
That's huge. What about this kick? This is what you dream about as a little fella. After full time.
Are we going to golden point here, gents?
Hey, boys, we called for it on the Cocoa Brew replay. He comes out to the left-hand side, hits Nylon with that the short ball there.
Good offload.
Oh, what an offload by Josh Nylon. And then Clancy Hone gets the cutout pass, puts it down in the corner.
That was a good finish. It was a really good finish.
Great finish from Will McLaughlin.
Yep. I liked how Clancy Hone, he didn't mess around with that. As soon as he got the offload, it was in and out of his hands really, really quick. Then it hit McLaughlin on the chest and gave him a chance. This is huge.
Oh.
No matter what happens, we've got for full time of extra time here.
Definitely got their money's worth, the Brown Park faithful. But like you said before, Siebes, this is what dreams are made of. It looks like we have a new kicker there. No. So it looks like Isaac Walker is stepping up to kick. I think, has he been taking all the kicks? I'm not 100% sure.
I think Walker has been kicking for goal.
I tell you what, if he can kick this in front of a raucous green and cold crowd that are giving him some absolute curry over there,
they'd be very supportive of him.
He could turn around and it'd be one of the best moments of his life, Isaac Walker. So he's lined it up. It's on a good side for a right foot kicker. Isaac Walker, he's hit it. They're quiet over there. He could have got it. No, it's just gone away to the right side.
It looked like it was going to fall over.
We're doing overtime, boys. We're going to Golden Point. So, wow, what a game of footy. We're going to take a quick word from our sponsors. We'll be back for the Golden Point period of time.
The Cathedral College is more than just a school.
It's a place to learn. To play.
To perform. A place to pray. To thrive.
Come and make the Cathedral College your place.
There's something for everyone at the Rockhampton Leagues Club. Enjoy a coffee and cake in our cafe, and the children will love our new kids club. Our renovated venue offers a great dining experience for the whole family. Come in and enjoy the all-new Rockhampton Leagues Club.
Hi, this is John Tapp, and when you're in Rockhampton for the races, Cocoa Brew is your one-stop shop. With a wide range of craft beers and cocktails, the restaurant has a succulent menu and the best steaks in town. The boardroom and whiskey lounge will cater for your private function. Accommodation, they've got you covered with boutique apartments on site at a 4.5-star rating. And for coffee and food on the run, head straight to Cocoa Brew Express. When next in town, let the crew from Cocoa Brew look after you.
Welcome back, our viewers, to Brown Park, the home of rugby league in Rockhampton, and there is 0-0 on the clock. 22 points all. You don't see this very often. This will be an unlimited period of Golden Point extra time. We will play until we get a winner here. Anthony Seibold Geez, you picked a good grand final to come to, Siebes.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's so entertaining. Schoolboy football in Rockhampton has been something that all the schools in the region have been passionate about for a number of years, and yeah, fantastic product.
So, well, you said it's something you don't see very often, and I do remember seeing this once before. It was in 1999 in a game you played in, where it was St Brendan's College versus North Rocky High, the Hawks, and it went to triple overtime. So there was 2 full periods of extra time, and then golden point.
Yeah, 24 years ago, Siebes. It's still there in the memory bank. Some great memories there. Brendan's versus North Rocky, and it takes 2, just like it was on that day. It takes 2 great sides to play in a great game, and both of these sides really need to take a bow. There's only going to be one winner, but both of them will have memories for life playing in this game. So Brennan's have marched their way down the field. They might get a crack at field goal. That's a great run from Braylon Marsh. Here we go. I can see Tyler Melrose setting up. He might be the go-to man. No, they go through the kick through. Carpenter, safe as a bank, Carpenter. But they've turned it over 3 metres out from the Emmaus try line.
So, well, I see there's no clock, so we don't swap after 5. It's just we just play now.
No, it's an unlimited period of golden point extra time, which I think it's basically in symmetry with what the NRL plays. I'm not sure if the NRL plays 5 minutes each way or 10 minutes each way in the semi-final. I think it's 5 minutes each way, but it's more than sufficient time to work out a winner for a schoolboys grand final, and the next team to score wins. I tell you what, he's had a fair game, young Doyle. 40-20. Oh, it's come off the other side of his boot. Banjo Walker, they'll start with pretty good field position here.
Yeah, really good defensive set by St Brendan's College. The Emmaus team were kicking inside their 40-metre line, so really good red line set there.
There's a lot of fatigue in this game. Both sides out on their feet.
Walker's had a running battle with the referee. It seems like every time he gets the ball, he's told to go back because he's walking off the mark, or he's kicked the ball over the mark for a penalty kick. So you're not going to win that one, Banjo, unfortunately.
You can see Luke Kaplik out there in the blue shirt for the St Brendan's College team, ex-legendary rugby league player for St Brendan's School, giving some instruction there.
What about that charge from Pearce? He's got him down into field goal territory. Nylon out of the line. Pearce again comes out to Green, the try scorer that got him back into level.
I think
this is it. This is it,
yeah,
boys. They're close enough.
Now.
Can they get a clean field goal away? Comes out to Green, goes back to Melrose. No, they're going for the try. Comes out here to the centre. Can he get over? He's twisting, he's turning. He might have scored the try. Harvey Marnie scored the try for Brendan's College. They're going to point to the spot. Oh, what a game of rugby league. St Brendan's College will take it out. This Open A Grand Final, and the Emmaus College boys are distraught. What a game of footy as we see it on the Cocoa Brew replay. Harvey Marnie beats a couple of tired defenders. He had a bit to do there. Crashes over.
He did a really good job there to ice the game for St Brendan's, and full credit to them. They came from 18 points down with essentially 9 minutes to go on the clock, so they did a good job to get themselves back.
Yeah, they did. They finished the game extremely strongly. As we said, tactically for a lot of the game they were outplayed, but when it counted, they kept hanging in, found a way, and then the scoreboard goes in their favour with this really famous golden point game.
Oh, it's a great game. It's a game for the ages. Now, we're going to go into a few of the highlights, but we thank you for joining us. Big thank you to Anthony Seibold, Manly Sea Eagles head coach, Damien Seibold, former German international. Thank you for your time today. It's been a great game of rugby league, a great day of rugby league, and a really enjoyable call with you boys. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Wilson.
No, we only need them. Come on.
The Cathedral College is more than just a school.
It's a place to learn. To play.
To perform. A place to pray. To thrive.
Come and make the Cathedral College your place.
There's something for everyone at the Rockhampton Leagues Club. Enjoy a coffee and cake in our cafe, and the children will love our new kids club. Our renovated venue offers a great dining experience for the whole family. Come in and enjoy the all-new Rockhampton Leagues Club.
Hi, this is John Tapp, and when you're in Rockhampton for the races, Cocoa Brew is your one-stop shop. With a wide range of craft beers and cocktails, the restaurant has a succulent menu and the best steaks in town. The boardroom and whiskey lounge will cater for your private function. Accommodation, they've got you covered with boutique apartments on site at a 4.5-star rating. And for coffee and food on the run, head straight to Cocoa Brew Express. When next in town, let the crew from Cocoa Brew look after you.
Welcome to North Rockhampton State High School, one of Rockhampton's largest state high schools. North Rocky High delivers a comprehensive curriculum targeted at students' individual needs. The senior curriculum offers a rich selection of choices, including ATAR subjects and vocational educational certificates in many fields. Students can participate in a variety of sports too that foster and develop their talents, and the school also offers a variety of cultural opportunities. North Rocky is proud to play a role in developing well-rounded individuals through respectful and positive relationships.
Find stock prices at Intersport. At least 20% off Nike, Adidas and New Balance footwear and apparel. Nike Air Windflow 10, save 30. Nike Metcon 8, save 90. Plus new gear for the NRL finals. Don't miss this at Intersport.